my daughter, this is yesterday, we were talking, and the neighbors upstairs in the apartment complex I moved in, yeah, you probably want to close it. You can hear the neighbors having sex upstairs.
Okay.
So
okay.
you could just you can hear them, their voices, everything.
Okay.
So I'm taking a shower. I'm in the shower. I'm thinking, oh, she moved the TV into the living room. But no, she had the TV on, blasting in the bedroom, so she doesn't hear them. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't have the TV up that loud.
Yeah.
But when I looked at her, she was so angry at me. So angry at me. And she's like, because she wants to hit me.
Right.
And she's so mad, and her tears all in her eyes. She's not crying, but she's so angry.
Right.
That she just becomes so mean. She just wants to hit me, not everybody, because she ain't stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, that anger came from my dad. That's how he was. He would get so mean when he drank. And although he didn't really, not towards me, but my brothers, my mom, he was so mean to them. Like he would just be degradingly mean. And when she gets mad, she's degrading.
Same way. Did she grow up with her dad?
No, she did not.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Because it was in me. It's, and I didn't deal with it. And I know when I get mad, I get pretty mad, but I didn't realize, like Felicia said, that I get so mean. She said, and Mom, it's like you black out because you forget what you've said. I did not know that. That's the first time anyone's ever told me that.
So how did you deal with the anger?
Well, I'm dealing with it now, but what I do is, because I used to, like with Felicia, and I had two people used to make me so angry. Felicia and my friend Pat. I would scream at them. But what's happening now is that the Lord is teaching me about long suffering. And you can't get so mad at people because in His timing, right?
Right.
He'll change them. And because we only see on the outside, we have no idea what's going on the inside. We don't know. Although we think that, like me, I think I was a good mom. I was there for you. But she feels that I was not there for her. That she was always alone.
Right. Sometimes when you're in a situation like that, it's not that you feel that way. It's just that, I guess, like for years, I hated my dad.
Yeah.
I hated my dad. And actually, when I was a kid, I told him I was going to bump him off.
Yeah.
And he remembered that. Yeah. And I told him when I got 18,
That's right, because you and your dad are friends now, right?
Right. Yeah. I started thinking about it because I was a dad now, too. So how would I want my kids to react to me or respond to me?
Right.
So it wasn't until I was 30 that I started talking to my dad.
Yeah. Something about that.
Yeah, I was 30 years old.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's me mainly got to work on something. He has his own thing, but God has to work on me.
Yeah, because we're responsible for us. We're not responsible for them.
Right.
It doesn't matter. And then one other thing is that I stopped like pushing her so much. I'm trying not to, because the Bible says that not only will you have a long life, but if you dishonor your parents, that things won't go well for you.
Right.
And I tell her, I says, things go bad for you because you're dishonorable. I'm like, seriously.
Right.
And, they just think whatever. But I'm like, that's it. And then when I started, because when I realized that scripture, I started honoring my mother, like the card, I made the card, just different things. And I started honoring her. Things started going better for me. My life, got better.
Right.
Not like money fell out of the sky, or not that I don't have any sufferings, but things go better for me. I have favor that, I just have favor with people.
Mhm.
You know, I get jobs that are created for me. Like they,
Created just for you.
well, I say that, but like this job that I have now never existed before in this company. And now we have a whole department doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Right.
yeah.
Now, the first book you wrote, that was mainly on, what was that about again?
The first book I wrote is actually to encourage women to use the voice that God gave them. Because, and it's not so much now, but when I first wrote the book, and I know that still somewhat, but when I first wrote the book, women were still not really able to preach like they are now. Because I started writing the book in 2005, but from 2005, 10 years ago to now, it's so common to have apostles and, more than just evangelists and prophets. So we have pastors all over the world now. We have apostles all over the world that are women. But my thing was to let women know that they have a voice and they're required to use that voice that God's given them because they have a call in their lives as well.
Right.
And a lot of times because we say that we haven't been given the opportunity to speak, that we don't. But if God's given you something to say, regardless,
You got to say it.
you have to say it. It's your responsibility. And then what I was noticing is that even when, I think I said it somewhere in the book, from the boardroom to the pulpit, women are now starting to speak. And that the missing piece is the woman in the world. And so the Lord had healed me through me writing this book by showing me, because it's called Women, We Are the Flowers of the World.
Okay.
So without women being in their places, there's no beauty in the world. It's like an overcast day, right? All the time.
Now, when you say in their place, what do you mean by that?
In their place. In the place that God has told them to be. So whatever place that is.
Okay.
You know.
Now, that helped you with transition into your second book, or what was?
It's helping me. It is, kind of. The second book is really just, I think that came from being in the youth for so many years.
In the youth?
In the youth, dealing with youth, teaching youth.
Okay.
Because the book is, I think the title, I'm not sure if it's still going to be the title, is He Likes You, So What? So what He likes you. What does He bring to the table? What does He want to offer you?
Right.
You know what I mean? How's He going to benefit you? So what He likes you.
Yeah. Sometimes girls need to know that.
Yeah.
I think I shared with, I used a little rhyme I used to tell my daughter and my sons. My sons, I told them to build your life before you get a wife. And my daughter, I told her to build her life before she becomes a wife.
Right.
So the key thing is the wife.
Right.
And there's two things in the Bible where it says that man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
Right.
So the woman's a centerpiece. So
yes,
so.
She is. And she has so much to offer.
Okay.
It's like,
so what do you say to someone who hasn't been exposed to your first book, or encourage them to read the second book?
Well, what I would say, someone that has not been exposed to my first book, is that you should read my first book. Because then in the first book, it tells you as a woman that you are powerful and that not only can you be a wife and a mother, but you can also be that woman that God has created you to be. You can be everything that God's created you to be.
Excellent.
And then transitioning into my second book, once you've become all that you can be, when you choose to be in a relationship with a man, you need to know that that man can help you to go to your next level. He can help you to be who God has created you to be. One of the things that happened to me when I started dating, I dated, like I said, about 2 years ago. After 17 years, I said, well, Lord, I'll try it. Because this guy, he kept coming back into my life like every 15 years. So I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. But he doesn't understand me as a believer because he's not a believer. So if I have dreams and I have visions. And so as a non-believer, when I would tell him things, he would be like, what are you talking about? He thinks that I'm off, but then I can't be myself around him either because everything that I do is to edify the Creator. Where everything he does is to give himself pleasure. So
you saw that.
I saw that. And I'm still dealing with it because I got so close to him. Like, because me as a believer, when you say you want to date me, I think marriage automatically. Like,
okay.
We're headed towards marriage, right?
Okay.
And so I opened my heart all the way. I mean, all the way. My heart was just open to him. But what I found out is that, that's not what he was looking for. He was not looking for one.
Right.
In me, maybe, I can't imagine an older man, because he's even older than me, not looking for a wife still, but who knows? I don't know. But that's who I am. I can't just be a girlfriend because God didn't create us to be just a girlfriend. He created us to be wives if we're in relationships.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
that is very thoughtful. So what is the title of your second book again?
I'm not pretty sure.
You're not done with it yet?
I'm not done with it, but I think it's going to be He Likes You, So What? Because this guy, he does like me. And he does like my girls.
Okay.
But it causes turmoil within me.
Mm-hmm.
He might be a good dad to my girls, but he's not. We can't be that. That's really unequally yoked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Okay.
That's
well, thank you very much, Annette. So your book will be online, and they'll be able to download it probably towards the end of the beginning of December, and then that way they can read your story, get prepared for the second one.
Yes.
And get things rolling.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much. If you had one word to say to the viewers, just one word, what would you say?
I would say, as to parents, be careful what you do around your young children and what you say, because your words become their reality.
All right. Annette O'Neill, again, thank you for coming.
Thank you.